Hi, this is Vicki with My Paper Connection. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, and today I'm going to make a really fun and pretty Christmas card. I have these in the Pretty Peacock, Real Red, and Old Olive, and today I'm going to make one using Cherry Cobbler. And I'm doing a little bit of a hodgepodge. This is the designer series paper from Brightly Gleaming. The punches are from Brightly Gleaming. But today I'm going to use paper from 'Tis the Season. And I'm going to use the Merry Christmas sentiment from Poinsettia Petals. I love these, and I'm just really happy with the way they turned out. We did these at, actually we did these two, I think it is, at one of my classes recently, and everybody just loved how they turned out. This paper is actually from Most Wonderful Season, and I just couldn't be happier with them. So one thing I wanted to tell you about before we get started is my online card class. These are beautiful cards. There's 4 of them, and you'll get to make 5 of each of these cards, and you receive everything that you need to be able to do that. The deadline is October 30th, and you'll receive a package of Most Wonderful Time, which will have all of these papers as well as the foil paper. It will have stickers, embellishments, and then as part of the class, you'll get 2 spools of ribbon. That is the Poppy Parade and Old Olive. You're not going to get this tinsel, but you'll get Old Olive. And then you get all the cardstock that you need to make these. The great thing about it is when you're done, you're still going to have lots of designer series paper that you can make other projects with. You'll also receive a PDF and a video with instructions on how to do it. So if you are interested in making 20 beautiful cards, please let me know. The cost is $40, and there are add-ons that you can do if you don't have the stamp set or inks or whatever. But just contact me at mypaperconnection@gmail.com or go to my website and hit contact. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. I've already pre-cut everything for this card, but don't worry, all of the sizes and all of that will be listed. My supplies, everything will be listed in my blog, which you can access through the website that will be across the top of the screen, mypaperconnection.com. This is Thick Whisper White Cardstock. This is Cherry Cobbler. This is 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4 1/4, and this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm using designer series paper from 'Tis the Season, and I've cut it at 2 3/8, I think. Yeah, 2 3/8 by 5, and this is 1 1/4 by 5. And what I'm going to do is go ahead and put these together. I'm going to make sure that my 2 corners over here, that it looks like I have the same amount on 3 sides right here. Normally you're doing that on 4 sides, but this time it will be 3. I cut this a little bit shorter. Actually, I think it's supposed to go like this. Yes, it is. Don't even know my own design. Okay, so I'm going to take this piece, and it is a little bit narrower, not shorter, but narrower, if that is a word. It's more narrow. How's that? How is that? Okay. I didn't want it to overlap or anything, and then I'm taking a piece of 3/4 inch by 5 inch foil paper. This is from the Most Wonderful Time. I'm just going to cover it, cover that seam up. That's a really quick and easy trick. Then I've cut a piece of Cherry Cobbler with the next to the largest sized Stitched So Lovely frame. The next thing I'm going to do is pretty easy. I'm going to use my punch that comes along with the Brightly Gleaming set. I'm going to punch out a piece from, this is gold foil. I think maybe you can see that. This is from Most Wonderful Time. And then I'm going to use the second punch, and I'm going to cut out a piece of designer series paper from 'Tis the Season. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in some scrap of gold. I'm going to use this little punch, and I'm just going to take it right about to there, and I'm going to just pop out one of the little tops that goes at the top of your ornaments. And then I'm going to bring this one in, and you do have to do the 2 punches because they are definitely different sizes up there at the top. And I'm just taking it to where it starts to where it curves in before it curves back out again. And I'm going to use a glue dot to attach these. So I'm just going to stick a glue dot right here on the back of it. And then I'll just bring it in right here. Now you can't really move it around once you get it on there, which you can do if you're using Tombow glue. But this paper is a little slick, and I found that with Tombow it wanted to slide around just a little bit. So that's why I'm using the glue dot. Okay, and the way we're going to do this, I've placed a dimensional on the tinsel. I'm just going to just put it right in there. Then I'll add another one down here. And it's better if you do the larger, the taller or longer of the ornaments first, because that gets your placement of where you're going to put it. Then you just wrap it over the top and try to put it within one of those little scallops. Flip it over. Add a dimensional, which you're going to do anyway, and trim it off. And you're going to do that again. Add a dimensional to it, and then just put it right there on the back of your ornament. And I actually had already put a dimensional back there. Truthfully, if I'm going to be honest with you, I made the mistake of putting it on this one first, and then I realized I don't really know the placement that well. So I took it off and started over with this one. Okay. Just take it over the back, secure it with a dimensional, and clip it off. Then I'm going to put dimensionals here and here. All right. So then I'm ready to just place it right about in here. You're going to put it kind of up at the top, and it's not going to be right in the middle, and that's okay. And then you'll be able to glue it to your card front. Like that. If for some reason it doesn't want to go in the right direction, if it doesn't look like you can fix that. Glue dot. Glue dot is like masking tape. You can fix just about anything with a glue dot, right? There we go. If only we could fix the world's problems with a glue dot. Same there. It looks like it wants to kind of go off to the side. So just grab a glue dot. Perfect. Okay. The next thing you're going to do is to bring in your Whisper White strip, and it's 3/4 by, I think, 3.5. Yep, 3.5 inches. And this, I believe, is 1 inch by 3 3/4. And then you're going to bring in your stamp from Poinsettia Place. Now it's a little bit deceiving because when you see it here, it looks like it's a very tiny Merry Christmas, but it's not. It's this big, beautiful, bold, not even bold necessarily, but just beautiful script. I love it. I'm going to stamp using Cherry Cobbler. And I'm just going to stamp my sentiment right here. Perfect. Now I'm going to do something a little different on this because the last time I did it and I tried to get it to go in place on here, it slid around. So I'm going to use glue dots on this to adhere it. I don't know if I had too much glue on it or what, but I didn't want that to be a problem again. So make sure though that you have it where it looks like it's going to be about equal. Let's see, about like that, okay. I'm I'm going to have to hold it to do it. There we go. Then I'm going to put dimensionals on the back. And then we're going to put it right here on the front like this. And the last thing we're going to do is to embellish it. And I'm just going to use some of my gilded gems. These are from the Ornate Garden collection. And I'm going to put one over here, right about there, and right in there. Look how pretty. Love them. They're all in a different color. Real red, old olive, pretty peacock, and cherry cobbler, but they're all gorgeous. And they're going to be so pretty to send out this year to friends and family. So I hope you like this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. If you have any comments, hey, I love comments and I love thumbs up. So feel free to leave me a comment. If you did enjoy it and you haven't already, please click subscribe and ring the bell and you'll get notice when I have future videos coming out.